Welcome back again to Capture Coop or Oscar Cooper. We're looking at Cyberpunk again because just after I uploaded yesterday's footage, we had a patch drop which is 1.04, 17 gigabyte, not too huge. The previous one was 42. So welcome. Let's look at some changes. There have been some minor fixes. There is some good news here, but again, also coupled with a bit of bad. So get yourself ready. This is actually patch 1.02 footage. I saved some from yesterday. I've also got some from the city. I've had a good look at both captures and there is some slight difference on frame rates, definitely. Okay, so let's hop right in. Haven't noticed any major differences on interiors or any huge increases on textures, anything like that. I wasn't hugely complaining about that initially. I think we're okay with that. The interiors do really well with smoke and light and particles, so everything's kind of okay in this direction. The interesting bit is going to be combat. Come on! Combat was a bit sticky, the frame rates would drop massively. Digital Foundry saw some 17 to 20 frame rate numbers on the base level PlayStation 4, and I think it's safe to say this is not worth playing on the base level PlayStation 4. But the Pro is certainly giving us some good resolution, no 4K. This is pushing well above 1080. There is some super sampling going on, and the Pro is definitely helping things along with boosting that frame rate when things get busy on screen. I'm very happy with this now. 1.04 has definitely given that combat a kick up the arse. Now, outside, Night City, especially Night City in the daytime, we do keep seeing repeated NPC outfits. That's one thing that is still there, but again, I am seeing a lot more crispness. I'm seeing a lot less distance pop in, and I'm just feeling a little bit more comfortable with it. It doesn't feel as jerky. I think we have seen some improvements on the exterior of Night City with certain areas that were hotspots for massive frame drops. The huge buildings, when you were panning over to a junction, there's none of that here now. I've got an external view, can't believe it. I'm getting to look at the city properly and moving at a decent or higher speed than walking, so I can really see what's happening and where it's happening in regards to slowdown, jerkiness. I'm loving this. This is not scoring low at all with me. I think with the Pro and patch 1.04, this is as smooth as butter. At this point, I'm extremely happy, and I like the idea of Night City being completely loading screenless. Okay, so, and that's another thing. I think there are invisible boxes around the city that when you cross over lines, it's loading in, it gives you that jerk. But look at the swing over and this furniture. That's not a skybox, that's an in-game piece of furniture. That huge stack of buildings doesn't really reduce the frame rate when looked at. You would have seen some skippiness on that before. I got to look at some of the external damage on the car and pay attention to center of the screen here. We just saw some pop out, so I'm interested now. This on the PC, this has an option to lower the traffic and pedestrian rate, and I think that's what's happening with this version, is that they've massively lowered how busy the streets are, because it literally pulled cars out of my distance there. That's not game breaking, it's a bit weird, and I think it will be worked on. Anyway, everything was kind of going fine up to this point. I thought, let's go down some of these alleyways and let's start a fight in the street involving this external map, because we always see it within a closed box. that pops in. I don't know if that's supposed, I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to happen, but it does instigate a fight. Now, Digital Foundry was seeing slowdown on getting in and out of the car. They were seeing slowdown externally when there's a lot of people involved and shooting at you. Yes and no. I think that they still need work on this area. I think that when you kick off in the street and things get really busy, the game gets janky as hell. That still needs to be fixed. It doesn't look that great, but it's getting better. And hand on heart, if you haven't bought this yet and you own a PlayStation 4 Pro and you're dying to play some Cyberpunk, I think you should take the step, because this is certainly playable. I'm really impressed with it. Now we've had a second patch, things are looking pretty damn awesome. Actually, having said that, I went to toggle to the interior of the car when I was escaping from this fracard, and the music cut out, which was a bit annoying. And then I went to toggle look outside of the car again, and it was like, nah, you've got your chance to have external view, it's over. Here's a verdict. Patch 1.04 has definitely improved the game. There's still more to do. If you own a base level PlayStation 4, don't go near this. If you've got a Pro, you're interested, you're happy with what you're seeing, I think you should make the purchase. It's a phenomenal game. More Cyberpunk content coming. I'll see you down there.